Hi guys, this video I'm going to show you how to render using Mental Ray, which is built in 3dsMax. So once you have your material set up, you have your daylight in the Mental Ray daylight setup, and you have your camera set up. You can go to the camera view that you want and then render. So before that, you need to have a few settings before you start rendering. Go to rendering, render setup, or press F10 on your keyboard. Here you can see the renderer. By default, it is default scanline renderer. You want to make sure you change it to Mental Ray. And then under the common tab, the time output is, if you want to render just a single image, you will use single. The active time segment and the range is for rendering animation, which we are not using it right now. For the output size, you can have a variety of presets here, or you can choose your custom output size. So my recommendation here is for you do a few of test rendering before you opt for a very high quality render output size to have a view of your render. And then we can start by clicking render here or F9. So the render is started and you just have to wait it until finish, or you can press cancel halfway if you see something is not right. So first of all, if you want to just have a draft image of the rendering, you will want to adjust the settings here to draft. Adjust everything into draft or off for the shadow and reflection, because they cost a lot of time if you just want to look for a preview, and it will run for like a few hours if you have them in a very high setting. So you click render again, it will become a lot faster and you can have a draft preview of your image. So after you have finished tweaking everything and you confirm that this is the view you want, you can start changing it into a HD output size or whatever size that you prefer. And then under the render tab, you will want to have a higher image precision for your final rendering, and also the reflection, shadows, and glossy, also the final gather precision. Right. After you have set it into a higher quality, you will notice it takes a huge amount of time compared to the draft setting. So during this process, if you find something that is not right and you want to zoom in into a specific rendering region that you don't want to waste time on rendering the whole image, you can go here and choose region. Here you can crop out the specific part that you want to have a view. And then you can press render again. What it will do is it just render the region that you selected just now, so it doesn't waste the time rendering the whole image. This is a good way to have a test render for a part of your final image as well. After that, go back to view to get your normal view back. So then you wait for the final rendering, and I'll show you the way to save it and export it for different format and how it is useful for the post-production later on. So the rendering is done and you can have a few options to export the image. So first go by the save image, and you want to have a JPEG as a normal export format, render 1. And if you want to have a render without the background, so you can add on later in post-production like Photoshop, a PNG is a good option to save it. Just make sure you check the alpha channel. And this display alpha channel is very handy for you to select the background and the foreground in the post-production as well. So you can save it as alpha channel. Here is a view of the difference between JPEG and PNG that we saved just now. This is JPEG that comes with the background of the sky, and this is PNG where it saves just only the geometry and the foreground of your rendering, so that you can add on your customized sky background in the post-production.